Georgia's Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger is calling on reform to the state's voter absentee guidelines. Right now, the state has a no-excuse absentee ballot rule, meaning anyone can request a ballot without having to cite a need for a hardship. Raffensperger, along with several county election officials, say this not only puts a strain on resources, but budgets as well. Republicans want to write a bill requiring voters to provide a reason to request an absentee ballot. They could also require a signature match verified by a notary public, as some other states require. But Democrats point out that it was a Republican legislature that enacted the no excuse necessary absentee voting law more than a decade ago. The decision will likely be taken up next year.